When Winchelsea started to come back, they continued to try and play the same style of netball, and it wasn't working for them. Well done, congratulations to Jason. I thought he was good to stick with his team, because I thought first quarter, second half, I was thinking I probably would have made changes. He stuck with them. Second half, I thought Julia playing at goal shooter and Amy playing at goalkeeper were just outstanding. I think the two of them brought their team back into it. It's been a long time now since Werribee have played close netball. The only time Werribee play that close netball, whether we're really put under the pressure, is during finals. That happened on Saturday and they didn't come through with the win. I don't think it's a bad thing that they've lost. They wouldn't be happy probably with me saying this because they have to play again today, but I don't think the loss is a bad thing. I think it is a good thing for the team, and to experience that having to play again this week to win to get into the grand final.
Well, that was a big one. You took a breath there or what? Well, for people who weren't sure about what was going on, Werribee did have a 10-goal lead at one stage in the first quarter, and then they've ended up losing by 10. And a 20-goal turnaround in 60 minutes, that is a big, big thing.
Look, for Winch to actually keep their heads together and to be able to get that back, you know, any team could have just dropped their heads and it just could have blown out to be whatever, but, you know, they just kept going and Werribee just couldn't answer them. They just could not.
And I think that was what was the difference, that maybe in the first couple of minutes Winch looked like they had dropped their head, but it didn't look like for long. As when Werribee had the lead, there was one point in it where you still thought, yeah, Winch is a chance to come back here. On the reverse, when Winch got their lead, I saw things, Werribee do things that I haven't seen them do in a game in a long time. I would let you say a couple of years. Mistakes they made, and it was the pressure that they were put under. They don't make mistakes like that, and they did. But, you know, get some belief back down there, and I'm sure Danny will have worked hard during the week for those girls to believe in themselves and come out strong on Saturday, and then again look at it the following week. If they make it to the grand final, completely different game.
From my perspective, watching the game on the weekend, I thought that Werribee's centre court fell apart a little bit. I thought Danny Stewart went missing a little bit after quarter time and into the second half.
Oh, I think the 7 players that were in court did. I don't think it was just Danny. I don't think it was just Jenny. I think it was.
That's just my own point of view. I was watching Danny, her being the coach and the leader on court.
Yeah.
I really watched her.
Yeah.
And she's got a big job on her hands, being coach and player at the same time.
Yep.
And of course, you mentioned it last week. Her father is now on the bench.
And I mentioned it, did I?
You mentioned it, yep. And we're just wondering, you know, what is he? Is he coach, or is he coaching the side now, or what? Is he just an extra set of eyes? Or
yeah, he's helping out. Obviously, to have another set of eyes to look over what's happening there is what Danny feels like they might need for the finals. Again, try something different. Lost 2 grand finals in a row. Maybe a different person on the sideline to give a different perspective. Maybe what Danny believes will win them the premiership.
And what sort of qualifications has he got? Has he got netball? What, just been watching his daughter over the years?
He's got netball qualifications, yep.
What are they?
It's probably the same as you. What qualifications do you have?
Well,
he's got a netball coaching.
Played for 20 years, coached for 10. What else do you want?
Well, how many premierships have you won?
Well,
how many A-grade premierships have you won? Same amount as him.
No, one.
An A-grade premiership?
Yes.
In the GDFL?
No, in the Ballerine League.
Oh, well, not in the GDFL.
Well, it doesn't matter. You just said A-grade premierships.
Okay.
All right.
Well, you've got one up on him then.
No, I have. So is he the coach? Is he on match day?
Honestly,
will he be the coach?
No. He won't be the coach. Danny is the main coach. Yep. He's just there as a second set of eyes to maybe give, and for that pumping up that you do need when you are maybe down, like they were on. It didn't obviously work on Saturday, but yeah, to give the team a little bit of extra something, advice from a different point of view.
Okay. Well, it'd be interesting also. I see, you know, of course, during injury time, you can't talk to your players if you're the coach. And I noticed on the weekend that Danny was talking to him every time there was an injury time. She was talking during the break, and the umpires didn't pick it up, and the other coach didn't pick it up, so I wasn't going to say anything. But I'm sure Terry will be on that red hot next week. No doubt about it.
If that's the way Terry wants to win, that'd be disappointing.
Well, the rules are the rules. It's not disappointing. That's rules. You can't talk.
Yeah, what do you mean you can't talk?
You can't talk to your players during injury time. You can't do it.
You're a captain. You can direct. You can tell them what you want to see.
She's not the captain. She's the coach.
Yeah, well, she can still. Well, she can yell out when the ball's being played. So why can she not? discuss, like, I mean, it wouldn't be, there's not enough time to talk tactics and talk to let's set this up, let's set that.
2 minutes is plenty of time. I wish I had 2 minutes on injury time to talk to my girls. My God, I'd love to.
Well,
There's
put a
plenty
skirt
of
on
time.
and you can.
Put a skirt on? Pass. All right. We'll go over to the first semi-finals that were played on Sunday. And unfortunately, a lot of teams had their seasons ending on the Sunday. The under-13s, Inverleigh 26 defeated North Geelong 20. So unfortunately for North Geelong, they'll have to come back next year. The under-15s, first semi-final, Inverleigh 29 defeated Winchelsea 11. So great there for Inverleigh. And they'll be looking forward to playing in their preliminary final next week. The under-17s, Inverleigh 24 defeated East Geelong 21, and in what was a very disappointing result for the East Geelong girls, because they probably thought that they might beat Inverleigh. They'd beaten them once during the year. That didn't happen. And I will mention Carly Warwick from Inverleigh. Carly had a go at me on the weekend for not mentioning the juniors on the show. So Carly, there you go. I'm mentioning your name now. And she did play a great game on the weekend along with her sister Donna, who also plays in that Inverleigh side. And Mandy Lima there, the coach, she'd be very happy to have a go at Bellpost Hill next week in the preliminary final. In the D grade, first semi-final, Bellpost Hill 39 defeated Winchelsea 24. So comprehensive win there for Bellpost Hill. And Annie Bushby, the coach down at Bellpost Hill there in their D grade side, Annie would be very happy with the result after losing to East Geelong the previous week. C grade, East Geelong 40 defeated Inverleigh 26. And I think a lot of the girls down at Inverleigh will be disappointed in their end of year result. They were on top of the ladder for most of the year. And only in the last round Werribee got on top of them by half a game and ended up on top of the ladder in C grade. And now they've been bundled it out in 2 games.
Disappointing, because that's the game that you remember, the game that you lost, unfortunately.
Absolutely.
Nevertheless, they should be proud of the season that they've had.
All right, what we'll do now, we'll go for a quick break and we'll be back in just a moment.